How does a New Yorker deal with traffic jams? He ignores them because he will get there faster on foot anyway. Alright, enough with the jokes. Today we're diving headfirst into the ultimate New York City experience. We're talking iconic landmarks, hidden gems, and everything in between. Whether you're a first-time visitor or a seasoned New Yorker, I guarantee you'll discover something new. So, grab your Metro card, put on your walking shoes, and let's unlock the magic of New York City together. Alright, let's kick things off with the Queen of New York Harbor herself, the Statue of Liberty. I mean, you can't come to the city and not pay her a visit. It's like going to Paris and skipping the Eiffel Tower, you know what I'm saying? Now here's a little history lesson for you. Did you know that France gifted the Statue of Liberty to the United States back in 1886 as a symbol of freedom and democracy? Pretty cool, huh? And get this, she stands at a whopping 305 feet tall. That's like 30 stories high. But listen, visiting Lady Liberty is not just about snapping a few pics, it's about experiencing history firsthand. When you're standing there on Liberty Island, gazing up at this majestic monument, you can't help but feel a sense of awe and inspiration. Now, for all you first-timers, here's the deal. You gotta book your ferry tickets in advance, especially during peak season. Trust me, you don't want to be that person stuck in line for hours. And once you're on the island, make sure you climb all the way to the crown for some epic views of the city skyline. It's a bit of a workout, but I promise it's worth it. Oh, and one last thing. Keep an eye out for the broken chains at the statue's feet. They symbolize the abolition of slavery and the triumph of liberty over oppression. Powerful stuff, right? Alright, let's be real for a second. Navigating the hustle and bustle of New York City can be exhausting. That's why you need a break. A moment of zen amidst the chaos. And that's where Central Park comes in. This 843-acre green oasis is like a breath of fresh air in the middle of the concrete jungle. Seriously, it's massive. You could spend an entire day here and still not see everything. So, what can you do in Central Park? Well, pretty much anything your heart desires. You can rent a rowboat and paddle around the lake, have a picnic in Sheep Meadow, or just chill out and soak up the sun on the Great Lawn. And if you're a music lover, make sure you check out Strawberry Fields. It's a beautiful memorial dedicated to John Lennon, and you'll often find people hanging out there, playing his music and spreading good vibes. Oh, and don't forget to keep an eye out for the Bethesda Terrace Arcade. It's this stunning architectural masterpiece with intricate carvings and mosaics. Trust me, it's Instagram gold. Now, if you're an art enthusiast like myself, then a visit to the Metropolitan Museum of Art, or as the cool kids call it, the Met, is non-negotiable. This place is massive, guys. We're talking over 2 million square feet of art spanning over 5,000 years. You could literally spend days here and still not see everything. But don't worry, I'm gonna give you the inside scoop on some of the must-see exhibits. First up, you gotta check out the Egyptian art collection. They have this incredible temple called the Temple of Dendur, which was literally dismantled in Egypt and rebuilt inside the museum. How cool is that? Next, head over to the European paintings galleries. We're talking masterpieces by Van Gogh, Monet, Picasso, the whole gang's here. And trust me, seeing these iconic works of art in person is a completely different experience than just looking at them in books or online. Oh, and before I forget, make sure you check out the rooftop garden. It offers some pretty spectacular views of Central Park and the city skyline. Alright, let's talk about one of the most iconic landmarks in New York City, and arguably the world, the Brooklyn Bridge. Now, you could easily just hop on the subway and ride across, but trust me on this one, walking the bridge is an experience you don't want to miss. First of all, the views are incredible. You get panoramic vistas of the Manhattan skyline, the East River, the Statue of Liberty, the whole shebang. And let's be real, those Instagram shots alone are worth the walk. Now here's my pro tip. If you want the best lighting for your photos, aim to walk the bridge either early in the morning or around sunset. The golden hour light is just magical. But honestly, no matter what time of day you go, walking the Brooklyn Bridge is an experience you won't soon forget. It's a chance to slow down, take in the sights and sounds of the city, and just appreciate the incredible feat of engineering that this bridge represents. Oh, and here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that back in the day, people used to actually pay a penny to walk across the bridge? Crazy, right? Alright, let's be real. No trip to New York City is complete without experiencing the magic of Broadway. But let's face it, Broadway shows can be expensive, like really expensive. But don't worry, my frugal friends, I got you covered. Here's the deal. If you're flexible with your show choices and dates, you can score some seriously discounted tickets. One of the best ways is to hit up the TKTS booth in Times Square. They offer same-day discounted tickets for a variety of Broadway and off-Broadway shows. Another option is to check out websites and apps like TodayTix and Broadway Box, which offer discounted tickets in advance. And here's a pro tip. If you're a student or under 26, make sure you bring your ID because many shows offer rush tickets and student discounts. Trust me, seeing a Broadway show is an experience like no other. The energy, the talent, the music, it's truly unforgettable. Alright, let's talk about Times Square, the crossroads of the world, the city that never sleeps, You get the idea, it's bright, it's loud, it's chaotic, and honestly it's a little overwhelming. But here's the thing, you gotta experience it at least once, it's like a sensory overload in the best possible way. Now if you're looking for the classic Times Square photo op, head to the Red Steps in Duffy Square. It's a bit of a tourist trap, but hey, when in Rome, right? And speaking of tourist traps, don't even think about buying anything from those street vendors. They'll try to sell you everything from I Love NY t-shirts to fake designer bags. Just keep walking. The best time to experience Times Square is at night when the billboards are all lit up and the energy is electric. It's like something out of a movie. Just a word of advice, watch your belongings and be prepared for crowds. Alright guys, this next one is a bit more somber, but it's an important part of New York City's history. The 9/11 Memorial and Museum is a powerful tribute to the victims of the September 11th attacks. Standing there at the footprints of the Twin Towers now reflecting pools with the names of the victims etched in bronze, it's impossible not to be moved by the magnitude of the tragedy. The museum itself is underground and houses artifacts from the attacks, including photographs, personal belongings, and even pieces of the World Trade Center. It's a difficult but important place to visit, a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable loss. If you visit, please be respectful of the space and take your time to reflect on the events of that day. Alright, let's take a break from all the sightseeing and talk about something near and dear to my heart: food. And when you're in New York City, you gotta experience a true New York deli. Now, I'm talking about those old school delis with sawdust on the floor, walls lined with cured meats, and a menu that could feed a small army. And the one thing you absolutely have to try is a classic New York pastrami on rye. Trust me, it's a thing of beauty. Thinly sliced, juicy pastrami piled high on fresh rye bread with a smear of mustard. And don't even think about asking for mayo. In a New York deli, mustard is king. So do yourself a favor, find a local deli, grab a pastrami on rye, and prepare to have your taste buds blown away. Alright, let's talk about one of the best kept secrets in New York City, the Staten Island Ferry. Now I know what you're thinking, a ferry ride? Really? But trust me on this one, guys. The Staten Island Ferry is not just any ferry ride. First of all, it's completely free. Yep, you heard me right. Free. You can hop on this ferry and enjoy stunning views of the Statue of Liberty, Ellis Island, and the Manhattan skyline without spending a dime. The ferry ride itself takes about 25 minutes each way, and it's a great way to just relax, take in the scenery, and escape the hustle and bustle of the city for a bit. Once you reach Staten Island, you can explore the historic St. George neighborhood, check out the Staten Island Yankees baseball stadium, or just grab a bite to eat and enjoy the views. Alright, let's wrap things up with a little retail therapy in one of New York City's most stylish neighborhoods, Soho. Known for its cobblestone streets, cast iron architecture, and trendy boutiques, Soho is a shopper's paradise. Whether you're looking for high-end designer labels or unique vintage finds, you're sure to find it in Soho. One of my favorite things to do is just wander down the streets, popping into different stores and seeing what catches my eye. You'll find everything from independent designers to international brands, so be prepared to spend some serious cash. And if you need a break from all the shopping, there are plenty of great cafes and restaurants in the area where you can refuel and recharge. So there you have it, guys, my whirlwind tour of the top things to do in New York City. From iconic landmarks to hidden gems, this city has something for everyone. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more travel adventures. If you are looking for more information about the trip, you will find it in the video description. See you next time.